You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAC Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode.
Smashing.
That was quite the drop.
Quite smashing.
I realize that whenever I talk with a British accent, I want to pull my bottom lip into an arrow. That really makes it sound so better, so much better to have it all tight down there.
But you're not actually, you're just doing it with,
I'm just
with the air.
Yeah.
In your head, you're doing it.
Yeah, my head. I'm not actually doing that, but I'm just saying that's the way to get the accent out.
Something about talking like this seems very British, though, and I don't know.
Does.
Yeah,
it just does.
It just.
Hello and welcome to the It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 173. We're back in person, baby.
Yeah, we are, dude. We can finally.
We're spitting on that thing. That's
yeah, dude. That's the
thing that people are saying nowadays.
Funniest thing
I've ever heard.
Oh my god, when I first saw that clip, after scrolling past it 6, 7, 8, 9 times, being like, why does this clip keep showing up in my Instagram Reels feed? When I finally saw it, though, oh boy, was I
was chuffed.
I can't even tell you the laughs that were coming out.
Oh, I bet, man. You were probably crying.
Woke my parents up.
Wow.
The dog's up. So loud I was.
You had to start muffling your laugh with your pillow, and you passed
and then I started
out.
puking, and then I passed out in my puke. Woke up, video was still playing, started laughing again. No!
He's had an
died.
aspirating all over yourself. You're inhaling your vomit.
Ooh, I like to aspirate on myself.
I know. You're a big aspirator.
Autoerotic aspirations.
Yeah.
Huh?
Right. Isn't aspirations? Is that what we call dreams?
I felt like I was watching.
Sorry, I've been reading a lot of Steinbeck, so all I've been doing is philosophical.
Isn't that what we call dreams?
Yeah, a lot of philosophical side quests.
Okay, you're on that philosophical side quest.
You know what I'm saying?
What day is it? Where are we? Did you say what day it was already?
No, it's Tuesday. 6/25, June 25, 2024. You'll be hearing this on. Let's see.
Friday, 28th. June 28th. I said 8th.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, I was going to get the month wrong.
Did you say the date? So we're back in person. We're Hawk 2ing on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
No, can I be real for a minute, Gavin and I? Excuse me.
Sorry, I got to reset that. Yeah, go ahead.
Gavin and I briefly just mentioned to each other earlier because Gavin played. I mean, see, it's funny when it's like I said, it's funny out of context. In the context, it's not funny, and that's what I said to Gavin.
There's no subtlety anymore in jokes.
Yeah, he played it while I was doing something. Over there, and I was like, oh man, I got some stuff to say about that, and Gavin was immediately like, me too, and I was like, okay, I think we're on the same page. I just didn't think it was funny.
I just love it so much.
Oh shit.
No, I don't. I thought it's one of those things where it's like there's no subtlety in joke telling anymore. I don't even think this is really a joke. I think it wasn't. I think like in context of like him asking, it is funny that it was so out of context that she said that.
Yeah.
However, saying it just the answer out of context, just not funny. I've heard it before. It's not an original thing. Like,
yeah.
Am I crazy?
No, that was the thing because I was like, I feel like I've heard people,
this before.
Heard people say that, or that. I've heard people say that, but I don't know. It's just like I was just like, okay. I'm like, yeah, it's a crazy thing to say. I suppose.
I guess in the streets of Nashville or something like that.
Yeah, I'm like, it doesn't surprise me.
No, not at all.
White women in Nashville be horny. Who cares?
Yeah,
I don't know. What do you?
I don't know what to say about that.
I don't know. But that's the thing is like there are so many just random no names. Not saying this guy was a no name. I don't know, but just random no name on the street people.
Yeah, yeah.
who I'll just see a clip and I'm like, who are you? And all they're doing is just
it's a
copying
great
other
grift.
people who they saw.
It's a
And just being like, what do you think about peanut butter on your nuts?
Tell
Whoa,
them, man.
that's funny. I've never seen that before.
It's not, yeah. And also, like, this is also just like, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter post a clip and basically explain the joke with the caption. And it's like, yep, you got it, man. Isn't that the whole point of this clip? Is that you didn't have to explain this?
Yeah.
I think the media literacy is out the fucking window.
Yeah.
And this is the one thing that I'm fortunate enough that I actually cared about English class.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
I wish I did more because it would have came in a lot more
A lot of handy,
nowadays.
and I think a lot of people are neglecting it for that valuable lesson of media literacy. That's why we watch movies in English class, not just to watch movies in English class.
Yeah, to hear how people talk and learn the way they speak.
And also just the subtleties and the metaphors and everything that like is obvious whenever you talk about it, but if you're watching something passively, you don't pick up on it unless you think about it.
Yeah. I think my problem with English class is there just wasn't a way for them to teach it to me that I found interesting.
Yeah, I
because
think doing
now
it through
I find it interesting. I find certain things about it interesting in ways of I find writing very interesting. But like learning it, I was just like, this is hell on earth.
Yeah, I think doing it through like if they did like way more like Of Mice and Men and like 1984 stuff where that was honestly like a lot of fun to read and like also it was like somewhat fun. I think some people
I didn't
really,
finish it, but
I really like 1984. I finished that book.
I liked what I read.
Yeah, but it's like that type of English that is a little bit more modern than say Shakespeare. Shakespeare is important, but I'm not the biggest Shakespeare fan. I think it's literally just an English teacher jerk off session every time they talk about Shakespeare.
I think I appreciate Shakespeare more now than I did because like it
permeates everything.
Everything. And that's what I find cool about it now. But like again, it's just like I don't know. It's just like I never had an English teacher that like did anything good for me.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like especially our high school, the only English teacher I can remember.
We know
but
one.
The one like just pissed me off.
Oh yeah, well we pissed her right back off too.
Yeah, which I was like, whatever.
Yeah, we could. We just had this podcast essentially in the back of English class.
Yeah, we literally did.
That's all we did, and we definitely got death stares.
I was
honestly surprised we never got asked to go out in the hallway.
Yeah, we definitely got like looks and like, hey,
shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
Yeah.
But which is funny because like, maybe you didn't know this about me, but like, I think that was the only class in high school I ever got that to. Well, I think I got it a few times because I would rarely have class with like
friends,
people who I was really close with. Like I'd have it with friends, but it was like, it's not the
so and so.
Yeah, I can't do what I do with you,
right?
Which is hawk tuah.
Yeah, right. All over, spit on that.
All
thing.
over
right.
that.
Yeah.
And during other classes with other people, like it's certain people, and people, obviously people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But like that was like one of the only classes that was my great aunt.
Yeah.
Where I got like told, hey, you gotta stop.
Shut the fuck up.
Because it was just, I mean,
I got my card pulled in second grade for laughing during silent reading time, so I'll never forget that.
In elementary school, though,
that was a big problem.
I was off the wall. They put me on meds. It's not even a joke.
They put me on meds.
And then in like 5th or 6th grade, I really mellowed out because I was on Focalin.
Yeah, baby.
And I heard that turns you into a zombie, and I was like, huh, that's what did it.
Yeah, so that was
because I was like, man, I was
angry
like
little child.
Well,
I was an angry little child.
I was just crazy.
I wasn't on meds.
I was just like, wouldn't shut up, was just doing like stupid stuff and getting in trouble.
That was the typical WWE phenotype.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, dude. I mean, seriously.
I'm not kidding.
Playing with erasers in my desk, doing wrestling moves. I don't think I ever got in trouble for that.
No, because that's like, it's passive. It's like, well.
Yeah. I'm doing it quietly. It just looks like I'm playing with my willy, which every other kid is doing, so why not?
You got to experiment somewhere.
Hey, you got to start someday. And then like around 5th grade, they were like, I think he just needs to focus.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't fucking know. I'm a kid, whatever. Here's
Yeah,
some
I don't know. I'm a
Focalin.
fucking stupid kid.
I'll take Focalin for 2 or 3 years, and then I'm the shy kid until it finally
Because
wears
you're so
off.
focused.
No, but I
You're
don't know.
just so
it just,
pulled in. It's
Yeah.
just, I
They
can't
had
talk. I
they
have
had
to focus.
pull
on
me out
school.
of my chair
Yeah.
at the end of class because I
Yeah.
was so focused.
Carson.
Yeah,
The bell rang 15 minutes ago.
I know. It rang for 13.8 seconds.
There you go.
I
Yeah,
turned
so-
into a lawnmower man.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
The doctor came to me. He's like, would you like to be smarter? I said, yeah, I like games. And they're like, this isn't quite game. Well,
That's
let's
why
turn
you
this
like
into
this
a
movie
game.
so much.
You see these yellow capsules? I want you to take one every day until you complete the bottle, and that's when you win the game. And then you'll be smarter.
That'll make you smart.
Yeah, I like games.
I like it.
Carson, you've been on these meds for
Well, the
month
Pride
now.
Month version of
How
that
are
is I
they?
like gays.
These pills are doing wonderful things for my mind that I didn't even know I could find.
Happy for you, man.
That's what I did, dude.
Yeah.
I recreated Lawnmower
So
Man.
yeah, so Carson, what we got on the docket today?
Today we're going to be talking about Lawnmower Man 2. No, I'm not going to watch
Great
that movie.
googly moogly.
Great boobily doobly. This week we have a couple big stories. Our main story of the day, we're talking about Facebook AI slop, dedicated to the Facebook AI slop Twitter
Yep.
page.
Yep. Shout out.
Because folks, AI has taken a hold of Facebook and fucked it right in the ass. Hawk 2. And see, that's funny. But let me explain why it's funny though. So we got a whole thing about that because it's crazy. I think people know about it, but I haven't heard anybody talk about it. I haven't heard anybody talking about it. Hawk 2, spit on the thing.
Nobody's talked about it, and also I think there's some of, even no joke, ex-coworkers of mine reposting some of these images that we will show today.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
love that,
So
dude.
if there's any thought of, well, this is something my coworker would repost, it absolutely is. I've had a couple.
I really dug through.
Yeah,
and it
there's
did, and let me tell you, Gavin, it was not hard to find.
well, it was popping up
The
on
same
my
thing with Nextdoor.
page.
Right, exactly, because you were the one who pioneered this.
I pioneered the idea.
But people, because that Twitter account is pretty popular.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Especially
like,
on Twitter.
I think people are just like, oh, that's funny. But they I don't know if they
I don't
actually
know if they know.
Maybe they do know, but I haven't heard anybody talk about it.
And it's also just, it's like a bot farm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a perfect place where if you want to farm interaction, post one of those
Because
pictures.
that's all it is. It's just
well,
interaction.
there's some,
yeah.
and we'll get into this, but there's some that even like started making like deform humans to form a Jesus.
Oh God.
Like
Really?
it got It was like one of those, like, if you squint you can see Jesus.
Oh.
So they had like people like with like extra arms and like limbs, like
Ooh.
trying to form like Jesus' face underwater.
Ooh,
It was the
I haven't
weirdest.
seen those. Those are on that
That-
Twitter.
I don't know if they're on that Twitter, but
Okay.
that was where it was going before they found other avenues
Soldiers.
of other soldiers honestly soldiers, because it was
Yeah.
Jesus and soldiers.
Yeah, we'll get real deep into it here in just a second. But we're gonna talk about a story that our good pal Lester Holt broke on NBC.
May that joke never
well,
see the light of day.
May that I think it kind of
It could. It could.
The first part of it could. The rest of it,
Not so
nah.
much.
We'll figure out a way to do it.
I'm
I don't
Lester
wanna,
Holt.
I want to do it, but I want to save it. Because it's so stupid.
Friend
It's
of the
like
show,
not
Lester
even
Holt. No, it's
funny.
not. It's stupid.
That's probably, it won't see the light of day because it's not even that funny.
Exactly.
It's just funny because
Just-
it's stupid.
We're just a couple of comedy writers.
Let's explain why it's funny.
Yeah. We have to add context to all of our jokes.
Exactly.
And which is-
Exactly.
Which
I
is
am
to
Lester.
say, get rid of all of the joke.
I'm Lester Holt with NBC. Today we're going to be talking about jokes. Well, he broke it, but technically Hebrew. But technically we kind of touched on it first. I will say, I say we, but it was kind of me.
Yeah, you got into it.
No,
You got into it with the
accidentally.
jailbaits.
Oh, well, I almost agreed with that, and then it registered in my brain what you said.
We're gonna have to cut that.
No,
That
it's fine. It's just a funny joke. I've said jailbait on this show.
You sure about that?
You're making a joke, dude. Let's explain it, though. So What's jailbait? Well, you ever heard of Dr. Disrespect? So it's about, we talked about it. It's about the like video call services used in jails. And it's really fucked up what's happening. And we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. And then now there's a lawsuit ongoing in Michigan. I said that weird, Michigan, about the same thing that NBC broke, and Lester Holt did a whole story on it, went and visited there.
This is an MSNBC though, right?
No, it's NBC.
Oh, this is like your third favorite. MSNBC, fan or artnet.com.
There you go. That's my second.
And then third, NBC.
No, NBC's my favorite.
Oh.
Artnet.com, MSNBC.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry.
And then kevinhart.net.
Do I even want to look that up?
And then we're going to be talking about the Olympic poop river, the Seine. What did we say it was? Seine?
Yeah,
the Seine River.
I put it next to, you see it?
Paris.
You see it? Seine.
Paris. Where the Olympics are going to be held here very soon, and people are shitting in the goddamn river.
This is what kevinhart.net will get you.
And now you see why it's my favorite, dude. So let me explain why it's so funny.
Do we take a picture of this?
Is like a fake Facebook page?
I have no idea.
Is it even worth showing? Oh,
No.
Thank you for
Oh
translating.
no, it's no, sorry. This is just a domain site. A domain.
Oh, I gotta buy, dude. I can buy kevinhart.net.
Yes, you can.
I'm going on GoDaddy later tonight and buying that shit. And then we have the long-awaited Nextdoor drama of a town maniac.
Ravaging.
This is crazy.
Is this through St. Charles?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Town maniac.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about this earlier. I was like, when I moved to LA, we might have to do some like I'm gonna have to like divorced parents. We'll have to split. We'll do like a St. Charles in LA because it's like. I don't know. LA feels too obvious. Like I feel like the St. Charles ones are funnier because it feels very innocent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
LA
yeah.
is like these people know that people are watching this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people will stage those more often than they would here. These are way more.
Yeah. Like I think it can get pretty. It probably still gets pretty crazy, if not even crazier.
Oh yeah, for
over
sure.
there.
Well, yeah, you
but
get
it
like,
almost like the craziness almost feels too normal over there.
Yeah, so it's like maybe we'll just have to swap our kids every weekend or so.
We'll swap our kids. We'll figure it out. And then of course, what you're listening to finish it up.
It is Pride Month, so we are swapping our kids.
What is that?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, because we'd be gay daddies.
Because we're
Hawk
tuah all over that thing.
Dude, don't start saying that, man. I'm gonna start laughing again. I'm just imagining the video right now, laughing.
Laughing.
Hey, and stay tuned next week. Stay tuned next week because we're gonna have an episode coming out on July 4th, and of course, we always do a tribute to America every year.
A come tribute to America.
Every year, and we're super excited about it. This one should be a lot of fun if what we have planned happens.
Oh yeah,
I think it will.
Yeah, I think it can.
So stay tuned for that next week. Let's dig in though. I'm gonna get QuickTime open because I already have it.
Where the fuck is QuickTime?
Who, where, what, and why? Excuse me. So, Gavin, set this up for me because you have been just nonstop sending our group chat.
It's
These
that's
AI
good quality shit, man.
It is. At first, I was like, okay, this is funny, but then I was like, why is it funny? And then I discovered it for myself, and then I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So explain everything.
Yeah, so from the beginning, so AI is a artificial intelligence.
Apple intelligence.
So basically, there's these click farming pages on Facebook that after the discovery and release.
That's just soundbite.
After the discovery and release of a really good photo generative AI, there were pages that popped up where they would post. Basically, you're going to see some of the captions in these photos here, where it's just like leave a like and share if you agree, and with like a whole bunch of emojis, and then it would be, like I said, it'd be Jesus feeding African children.
Mm-hmm.
No joke.
Yeah.
There's ones also where it's like African child builds Coke bottle out of old. I'm not kidding. Out of like old trash.
Okay.
And everybody in the comments are like, wow, great stuff. Yeah, amazing. Wow, emoji.
Yeah.
You know, like they just have random stuff, and it's very obviously like, I don't know if Facebook knows it. They probably do, but it's definitely bot pages clinging onto these bot pages. So it's just a bot magnet, clicking farm magnet, and it also very obviously could be real people. But I'd like to think it's not, for the sake of my sanity and everyone else who might be listening about this. But they started to slowly progress into more and more fucked up images. Like they have like a kid who's made out of Coke bottles who looks like a chicken making like a sandcastle out of dirt in Africa. That's one of them.
So pretty much what I think is happening there is their AI system is like, because I think it's all automated.
Yeah,
I think
it's
the art
automated
is being created.
Right.
It's putting it to a caption. Doesn't matter what the fuck it is, as long as it matches the image somewhat.
Not even.
Yeah, that's true. I think the ones I found do.
Yeah.
Well,
Somewhat. We'll get into that. But
then I think it's just like the AI goes too far.
Yeah.
And it like just starts creating things that like it starts using terms
Yeah.
in like the wrong way.
Well,
So
and it also,
instead of making African children making Coke bottles, it makes a child out of Coke bottles.
Yeah. So it's like that type of stuff that it like knows people are clicking on that. So it like probably tells the AI
Yeah.
probably tells itself people like this, or it was programmed to say like, if people like this post more, get more like this.
More like this.
So there was a lot of Jesus, and like I said earlier in the show, they had Jesus doing things, and it slowly devolved into if you squint, or things being made to look like Jesus.
Yeah, I forget what those are
Like
called.
it's like a skeuomorphism, I guess. I don't even know, but it's kind of just like it's just like an optical illusion where it's like, at first you're like, okay, cool, and then you're like, wait, is that a person's finger that's supposed to be the entire length of like this eyebrow?
One of the most notable ones, if any art heads are out there, artnet.com, of course. There's a famous Dali. It's a portrait of his, I think it's his naked wife from like the back.
Yeah.
And she got a dumpy. But it's so weird when you look at from it far away. It's Abraham Lincoln. It's like, okay.
So it's just really odd shit, and it's devolved into begging the post likers for likes and shares and comments, and some of the signs have devolved into even saying like, I am poor. It is my birthday because I am poor.
Did you look at any of the ones that I posted?
No.
Okay, because it goes.
Yeah,
there's some of that.
Yeah, so it's basically like they got given a prompt of like, show a poor person.
Yeah.
And it's like poor person begging for likes.
But it's his birthday.
Yeah, but it's also his birthday, and he's a soldier who's a quadriplegic.
So it's a lot of the main topics are focused on Jesus, soldiers, especially paraplegic soldiers, mainly.
Yeah, birthdays.
Birthdays included in that.
Yeah.
And one that I found that I haven't seen a ton is pets, specifically cats.
Yeah.
So
I've seen the AI generated like TikTok videos of like a cat story where it's like it has like cats, and it's just a story that would have been told by like humans.
Okay.
But it's just
This
fucking
doesn't sound insane.
No, it's not. It's just stupid.
That one you sent in our Instagram group chat about the Dirt Man.
I don't even remember that.
You don't remember that? Maybe you didn't send it. I loved it though. I was like, I want this to be a horror movie. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
The Dirt Man.
I think you sent it.
I probably did. Yeah, I send just about everything that I have on my For You page on Instagram too.
Yeah, it was to you.
Yeah, that.
Dude, it's so good.
It's a
It goes
baby.
so far.
It's a baby in the fucking road. Like, oh my god, I
Dead eyes.
I did not realize it
You
went
didn't
that
watch the
far.
whole thing?
No, I didn't.
Oh, dude, there's a Dirt Man at the end.
This is what Morrissey sounds like in hell.
Yeah. Hold on, wait. You gotta see the Dirt Man. There he is.
What the fuck? No, I did not know this. I was just sending it because it was the
I'll
babies on the fucking road.
Yeah, let me make a reminder to show that because that dude, I love that. I was like, this is amazing.
This is what the content should be. It should be fucking weird shit, and not this stuff. I want full on blown videos of people getting blown.
Dead man.
And like AI songs generated,
Yeah.
like creepy generated AI songs like that.
Yeah, because now I'm like, I want a Dirt Man movie.
Yeah, where is he?
I want to know what.
And why are there children on the road
Singing
spawning
about
out of the road?
And is this guy dreaming about
Yeah.
it? So those.
This
not
was one of the
those
first
posts.
ones I saw.
Yeah. So then you somehow stumbled upon this Twitter page.
Yeah, they've been compiling stuff for at least a few months now.
Yeah, that is compiling the most unhinged of these Facebook shitpost AI bot accounts and posting it on here for people to see. It's just like any sort of page you follow where they post a bunch of that stuff. So yeah, Gavin pointed out, I'll show this on screen, but this is one of the originals. You sent this to me. You sent this to me a long time ago. This is back in April.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
And I think it was just the image of it's a bird. If you're listening, it's a bird with big balls.
Huge. And it's
Huge
like,
heifers.
it doesn't have feet. It's just coming out of the tree. It's like a side view profile of like this chickadee, we'll say, with giant human balls.
Humans. I might not even be able to show this one now that I'm thinking about it. It's probably fine. And then it's from an account called Jazzy.
Yeah.
And it's a picture of some random woman they found.
99 years of luck emoji.
You will never lack money for your trip and travels. And then it's the picture. So it's just like, what is that caption?
Yeah, how did that happen?
It's just emojis your
How did we
eyes
get
see
here?
it when you're scrolling on Facebook.
Yeah.
So again, we'll just go over a few of these like really unhinged ones. I'm just gonna scroll
There
until
you go,
I
that's
find.
Yeah. Amen is a big.
I want to. I can't look at. We can't talk about that one.
No, look, go back up.
Okay, so
It's
this
that.
is the one.
Yeah, look at that. Look at those fucking
Oh
humans.
yeah, dude. See, this is the thing, is because at first glance I was like, this might actually be real.
No,
And
that's
then I was
just
like, oh no, it's not. 'Cause
no.
he's got like a finger coming out of his torso.
Yeah, it's like those.
And a lot of these say, why don't pictures like this ever
yeah,
trend?
and why are they trending? And this should have more likes.
There's like dude, it's like fucked.
And like from here, it looks like Jesus.
So fucked. Yeah. Oh yeah. When you squint, it really
Yeah,
does.
no, from over here, it looks exactly like Jesus.
I want to get that tattooed. Let me
Pregnancy.
just I wanted to
Oh,
find.
these too. There's like women with huge breasts, and sometimes like 4 of them.
Yeah,
Huge.
and they're like duplicate. Like these are one person.
Yeah, there's one where it was there was one where it made her knees her tits too.
Yeah.
Like it actually made her knees nipples.
There was one where it was 2 breasts on.
yeah, on the same
It was like
torso.
the same farm.
Yeah, on like the 2 pairs of breasts on the same torso.
So this
I got really excited looking at those.
Oh yeah. This account is Farmer Girl, and
Yeah.
the caption, as much as we can read, says, "I need husband. I am love everyone. Am from Japanese."
Me too.
Actually, me too.
Babies.
What the fuck?
Oh, there's one.
God. What the fuck?
I saw this one earlier today.
This is so fucked. It says
Yeah.
no one likes the poor. That's just like that's just fucked. That's so fucked.
It's a scorpion with a black guy's head and like a tongue, like a pointed tongue coming out of it.
This feels like a hate page.
This does feel like a hate page.
But it's day 38.
Yeah.
That's the name of the
Day
page.
38, man.
I really don't like that
There
one.
we go. There's a good one.
I just gotta see. There's
Wow.
so many good ones that it's like, where do we even stop?
Well, no,
Cristiano-
there we go. That one. Click on that. Look what it says. Read the caption.
Suddenly expelled from school, the boy from Africa spent 9 days carving his idol by hand.
Yep. Exactly. And it's a lot of those.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah. It's definitely like a weird Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, see, it's like, it's almost feels
It's
real.
almost real, but like it's just slightly off.
We'll see some of those
Yeah.
later, so we won't even bother with it.
I saw this earlier too.
What do you? First of all, it's not a. I don't.
I can't even
have
comprehend that
Aryan-
photo. What the fuck is happening in that?
There's like a tractor that.
Is running someone over with a Bible?
Well, it's probably. I'm assuming it's a Muslim person in prayer or Islam person doing prayer, who for some reason has a tractor flipped over on him, and his hands are backwards too. But maybe I don't know which way he's laying. So yeah, I wanted to fucking hell.
Oh,
man.
gee.
So
that's a fake one.
this one's a fake. Oh yeah, so we won't even bother with that one. Yeah, we don't need to go over those.
Oh, there.
Some of these I like don't even want to
There's
talk
one.
about.
Look at that
We'll get
baby
into-
one. That baby one
yeah.
I've seen. No joke. I saw that baby one shared by a coworker, and the American flag truck hauling. That's like a mile long truck
Yeah,
hauling
you
those
sent
American
me.
flags. I've seen those posted by coworkers.
Genuinely posted.
Yeah, genuinely.
And these people are how old roughly?
Mid to late
Roughly.
50s.
Okay. And that seems to be who it's targeting. So we'll, if it's okay with you, we'll move on from these and get into the real ones. Excuse me. I just laughed and then burped.
Oh, let me reset the camera.
Because good idea. Genius. Because you said something earlier that I was immediately like, well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you were like, it seems like a lot of bots are also replying to these. And I thought it would be the same too. But then I dug in. So that was
You did do it.
I did, Bill Cosby. So that was just from that Twitter account. What I did was I did my own market research. Because when Gavin was sending these to us, and then I found out, oh shit, this is real, was whenever I don't go on Facebook. I hate it. Can't stand it. Same with TikTok. I think I hate Facebook more than TikTok though. Genuinely.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I've been waiting to say that for a long time.
Thanks for coming out.
And so
It's Pride Month.
thank you guys for coming out tonight. It's Pride Month, so I know it's tough for everybody. I don't know what that means. Pride Month's great. That was just a joke. But so I was on Facebook, and then I scrolled for a little bit, and then I saw one of those accounts, and it was like a crazy ass fake paraplegic soldier. Because we're not making fun of paraplegic soldiers. These are not real people. It's okay.
Carson, you can't call paraplegic soldiers not real people.
Well, Gavin, these ones aren't real. And
In the sense that they are AI generated.
And these
They are real people that exist that are paraplegic. You know that, Carson.
Yes, I do. I do know that they exist, and I know that some of them can be soldiers. But their prosthetics look nothing like what these prosthetics do at all.
No.
So it doesn't even look like a real thing in any way. And we're not necessarily laughing at that. We're laughing at the fact that it's absolutely insane what these posts are. So I saw something like that, and I was like, holy shit, it's real. And then so I went on Facebook one night, scrolled for like, no joke, maybe 5 minutes, found a page. This first page I found is called Mango Town. And I scrolled through Mango Town's page for a while. They post like once every like 4 hours. Or maybe once every like hour.
That's
2 hours.
coincidental.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then I went and found another page called Your Pet. So we'll start with Mango Town, and then we'll go to Your Pet. Sounds like we're playing Fortnite. So
Fortnite does it in alliteration.
in no particular order.
Holy
First of all,
fuck.
we gotta just talk about their page.
Mango Town.
It's like a Halloween stuff. Halloween stuff.
Whoa, dude.
So this one is.
Here, can you rotate a little bit more?
Yeah, my bad. I'll turn the brightness up as much as I can too. So, I mean, that looks somewhat like a realistic prosthetic.
Today's my birthday. No one loved me because I'm poor.
And then he's crying in like a Navy control room.
There's flags on the ground.
Which is illegal in the United States. You can't put the flag on the ground. And he's got like a fuckboy haircut, which is kind of funny. And then his name tag just says nonsense. And then the caption is "Happy Birthday, Soldier."
What do the comments say?
Hashtag Jennifer Lopez. Hashtag Megan Fox. Margot Robbie. So this is the thing that annoys me. Is some people are very innocent and go along with it. They think it's real. And then you get these assholes who are just like, this is an AI image made intentionally for the purpose of getting likes. And it's like, yeah, no shit. So then you got people saying, happy birthday, God will always be with you. It's Bacal's your AI. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy your special day. God bless you. Happy birthday, dear. God bless you. And will keep blessing you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, brother. God bless you.
Yeah, so you get the gist of that one.
Yeah, you kind of get that one. Some of these comments I know go off, get a little unhinged. So here we have another soldier with
It's a before and after.
but it's somehow the same image. And then he just
Holy
has these like
shit.
breakaway pants that show his.
Yeah,
his,
he's got hiking pants on to
it's
show
like a
off
hydraulic,
Yeah.
hydraulic prosthetic.
Oh,
That's for
looks
real.
terrible.
That's for. And then he's got this other pant leg pulled up.
Yeah, he's like, look, my other leg's totally normal.
Other leg's fine. And somehow his boots got shorter. And then the caption says, "Please don't move without giving a little love to the soldier." Hashtag Jennifer Lopez. I salute you, hellos. Thank you for what you do for our country. May God bless for each one who's fighting for our country. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you for your service. May God keep you safe and return to your family. Amen. Why not highlight a real soldier, not this AI crap?
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, thank you for your service. If you're gonna, yeah, it's just people. It's like half people going along with it and half people complaining about it.
All right, what's the next one,
It's
man?
so bizarre. I can't get over that one.
Oh my God, what is this?
Look at the big sandwich.
Yeah, it's just this is a Scooby Doo
It's a
fucking
giant
sandwich.
sandwich.
Like,
See, this is another one where I was like,
this is
it
what
real?
this is what Shaggy would look like today if he was 100.
If he was alive.
What's the caption say?
Hashtag Jennifer Aniston. Wish you happy birthday, sir. And he's turning 100, and they gave him a big old sandwich.
Big fat fucking sandwich. And is that a cake that's sitting on the like? What's the 100 sitting on? Is that just sitting on candle wax?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Just people saying happy birthday, happy 100.
You know, there's real 100-year-olds.
Can you read that? Can you read that aloud for the class?
I'm World War II veteran. Today is my 103rd birthday, comma.
Come. And then it says like Sazab veteran. But
Yeah,
the
it says
he
it
looks
says,
real.
It's veteran, like VETTERAN.
But then that that doesn't even you could think you can tell it's supposed to say disabled, but then it has like Chinese character, like Mandarin characters. Please don't move without giving him a little love. See, it feels weird to laugh at and kind of make fun of.
Yeah, but
it's
these
like,
are
we're
not real.
They're not real people. We're not making fun of anything besides how insane these pictures are.
Yeah.
But it does. There's like a part of my brain that's like, wait, should I be like laughing at
This guy's pattern on his shirt changes too. Look how far apart the pattern is on his shoulders and stuff. But
then
it
his
gets,
wrist looks like fucking broken.
Yeah, that looks like a dog foot, dude.
Oh, it just looks like arthritis kind of.
Well, yeah, no, you're right.
So who knows? Again, he's not a real person. So why am I
Who am I to say?
Why am I trying to like step on eggshells? But you never know.
That's real.
This is for sure real. Look how big those candles are. Today is my birthday. I love it, and I can't wait. I can't wait to grow my baking journey. Oh wow! Turn 120 and just.
She's just now getting into it. Good for her, man.
Happy
120 nigh birthday 120. So close yet so far.
Happy birthday. Happy
Like if you saw
birthday.
these on Facebook, would you like them?
No. This is the kind of stuff I want to see.
It seems like you're enjoying this, man.
Well, yeah, now I'm like, dude, I want to start following these and just reposting them. And then I'm going to have people being like, Carson, I don't want to call you out, but those are not real images. It's like, yeah, that's why I love them.
The perfect stuff. They're
perfect.
good shit. Oh, wow. Child soldiers
He's sleeping in
sleeping in the desert.
cardboard boxes in a truck.
Sure, man.
Why don't pictures like this ever trend?
Because they're not fucking real.
But that's what it says.
I know, but
Hashtag Jennifer Lopez, though.
Well, hashtag my partner.
This one's just crazy. I mean, it's just like, what? Why? In what circumstance would this happen?
It's only got 29 likes. You found one that was rarely liked.
Well, I just scrolled their page for like 30 minutes and picked out my favorites.
That's
So now we're on to your pet. We went from Mango Town. Now
This
we're
is what
traveling
I
down
shared.
to your pet. You did share that? I think you did. Yeah. Because I was like, oh, I got to make sure I pull that because this is the original, even though it's probably on like 17 other accounts.
Oh, yeah.
So this is from your pet. And I mean, what is there to
His dog's
explain?
got 5 legs.
He's
They gave
got-
him an extra.
He
They
does
gave him
have
an
an
extra.
extra
They
leg.
gave him an extra prosthetic just to say, "Fuck it, man. You can relate, man."
Fuck it. You got to show it. Why don't pictures like this ever trend? Because it's AI. The second guy from the left has way more than 10 fingers. The second guy from the left. Oh, wow. He does have a lot of
Wow.
fingers. Same with this guy, I think, too.
Wow, that's a lot of fingers, man.
Really weird, man. Oh, yeah. I see this a lot on this account. Fake AI image posted by a scammer for likes and shares. Stop supporting scams.
Hell yeah, man.
Now,
Find
the
a good
other
fight.
thing, too, because I was like, what is the goal of these pages? Just for likes and
You
stuff like
can
that?
get-
They're not selling anything. They're not like giving anything.
You can get paid.
Yeah, you can get paid from it. And then I started seeing some comments that were like, congratulations, you just won a $500 gift card. And then I was like, oh, are there like, they're using other bots to scam in the comments?
Very possible.
So they're doing like 7-layer dip of
They're-
scams.
Yeah, they're just sucking each other off, hawk chewing all over each other.
With 5 legs and 20 fingers.
Right. Wow, there we go.
So Jesus loves love innocent creatures. # boom challenge.
What the fuck?
I see # boom challenge on this account a lot. So we got Jesus holding a cat next to a cat in a thunderstorm and the wreckage of probably a tornado or something. So
Yeah, that's real.
that happened to my buddy Eric once. Here's where we get into the really
Oh my god.
the like prosthetics that make my like skin crawl thinking about it.
Yeah, what
Cause like
what are we doing here?
why would this ever
Why does it have
happen?
like
It's a gimp suit on?
It's got a what? Yeah, I was
got
gonna
like a
say.
gimp
Why does it have
suit.
BDSM? Like,
Oh shit.
did you hear the neighbors arguing?
And then it's got a leash that goes to nowhere.
It goes into that guy's leg, and then this
That's
dog
his
is
prosthetic.
this dog this in all honesty, probably one of the soldiers cut all of its feet off, and they gave it prosthetics.
And these like horrible prosthetics
Yeah, they're-
that have like like hiking
Yeah, they're like they look like
nails on the bottom.
like the Star Wars lightsaber hilt.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. So here
There
we
we
go.
go.
Again, a picture speaks louder than words. # boom challenge.
Yeah, it sure
with,
does, man.
Something I feel like I would have seen in like a girl that I liked in like middle school is like hung on her wall like on a poster.
Cat
And she was
brain.
like really weird. She was
She would-
weird, and like
she
her
would lick
parents
herself.
and her parents would talk about how they're atheists all the time.
Yeah.
And I'd be there like, oh, okay, I gotta go to
Speaking-
church tomorrow.
Speaking from experience, Carson.
No.
Oh yeah, hunky Jesus.
We got hung Jesus.
What?
Uh,
Wait. He actually might be.
No, I see a little.
Yeah, there's a little
I see
chubby.
a print. It's Pride Month, and he's helping a well-dressed flight attendant whose clothes are perfectly clean, out of like the wreckage of an airplane
In the
in
jungle?
and she looks very happy to see Jesus.
Well, I would be too, but wouldn't that also insinuate that she died on this plane crash?
Yeah, she died in that outfit, and she has to wear that for the rest of her
Yep.
life as a flight attendant. Oh,
Congratulations, you just made a complete fool of yourself by liking
yeah.
a computer generated fake picture made by scammers.
man. It's like, okay, buddy. Why don't amazing photos like this ever go viral? It's the caption. Yeah, it's just more of people being like, it's because it's not real. It's like, you don't know that. So,
What? Is this a vagina cat?
I don't know.
What is this, man?
I have no idea. It doesn't have prosthetics, but it is missing its arms. But maybe it's like holding the flag around itself.
I think it is. Yeah, I think that's like the concept they were going for here, but
You will never regret liking this photo. Aw, so cutie. Kiss, heart, I'm ready. So that's it. That's the end of our journey into AI. Man, it gets. I think that's it. This, if unless I missed one. No, that's it. So yeah, it goes crazy, dude. And again, like that
keep
was
your eye out for these.
that was spending like 30 minutes on each account, and like between like 5 minutes of scrolling each time to find them. I didn't search anything up. I didn't do anything. It took 5 minutes just scrolling, finding one, and going through it and picking those out. And there was a ton more. Like we could go through these accounts. I mean,
Oh,
I would
yeah.
love to, but we're running. We got to save time.
We gotta
here,
move
but-
on.
Holy shit, man. Yeah, so Facebook is being overrun by AI. Just even more the reason I don't want to be on that godforsaken website. Whew, I got to drink.
I'll drink
This
that.
is why I drink. Real quick, let's just touch on this for a second here. Because we did kind of like very quickly mentioned it. So to give the backstory, a couple weeks ago, whenever we had Gavin's brother Sean and our friend Spencer on the podcast, I did one of my Look What I Found segments where I find something to show it to everybody, and it was the Idaho Corrections Instagram page where they were posting these videos taken on what I think is JPay or their tablet system or their phone call system that then gets posted to this thing called JPay, as far as I understand. Where people can send them money or send them messages, and when they send them a message, they have to use the digital stamp, and that's for everybody, not just random people. That's for their family, and they can also do video calls, which I didn't know at the time also costs money. Doesn't surprise me. And when I dug into JPay more to figure out, because I was like, that's interesting. I was like, wait, where is this money going? And then I found out that JPay has, what's the word I'm looking for? They have like a kickback system to where like an agreement with the jail that, hey, a certain amount goes to the prison, which is like, oh, great. So we're just, funding prisons even more.
Yeah,
by
exploiting
taking
them.
money from people's families who just want to talk to their imprisoned family member.
Right.
And like that's insane. And then it's going to the prison, and of course, some of it is going, or a lot of it's going to JPay because they're a really rich company, as far as I understand. But it's not just JPay. There's multiple companies I found out that do this, that have different partnerships with jails and prisons, because there's a shit ton of them, and they're like public. They're like public. That's the Idaho Correction. It's not a private prison. And that was whatever, we did that like a month ago or so. And then last week I was listening to the Majority Report with Sam Cedar and Emma Vigeland. And they brought this up and started watching this clip, and I was like, holy shit, like that's the same thing we were just talking about. And like, I think this has been in the news before. Like whenever I was reading up on JPay, there was like public lawsuits that were known about like different things going on within it. So I think it's been touched on before.
Yeah, it's
but
just
not recently.
Not the mass appeal.
Yeah. So this comes from NBC, of course, my favorite website actually. And the title reads, "Denied the right to hug. In many U.S. jails, video calls are the only way detainees can see loved ones." So this story, you go on there and watch that yourself. It's pretty interesting. But it's about a Michigan woman who is in, what is the prison exactly? I wanted to read that. Or did it already say? A Genesee County Jail in Flint, Michigan, whew, with the water.
Yo, yeah. With the
already
off to a great start here.
With the water. So she's in prison there, and not that long ago, I'm just summarizing this. Not that long ago, the prison decided to, or I think it was actually during COVID, and then they were just like, let's just keep doing it. Decided to completely stop in-person visits altogether. Just completely stop it. So the only way people can visit with their imprisoned family members is through this video call service. And the server, let me find the name of the company. I just saw it, or I read it earlier. I just want to make sure I have it right. Viapath. Such as Securious Technologies and Viapath are two of them that they use. And the only way that people can make these video calls, as we mentioned with JPay, is by paying a certain fee, by paying an amount. Every time they want to visit, they have to pay it. And this person, Rakila, mentioned that she wanted to have a video call with her daughter on her birthday, and the system was down and not even fucking working, and she couldn't even do it.
And they
Like, that's
they
so
also don't
fucked.
allow like in-person visits anymore then, right?
Yeah, altogether, they do not
not at
allow
all.
them. They haven't been. I can't remember for how long, but for a while. And And then their system shit doesn't even work, and they're probably not going to get that money back that they were using to pay for this, for the fucking video call. And obviously, in-person visits are free. That'd be insane for them to charge it. Although it wouldn't surprise me.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, hey, just a couple bucks.
Hey, just a couple bucks. Just come on. You got tip the bounce, tip the door.
Yeah, come on.
And like that's just so. I mean, we talked about it before, but it's so fucked.
It's incredibly predatory.
Yeah, extremely. And I'm sure it's not the only jail doing this, but interestingly enough, while Lester Holt and NBC was reporting on this story, they actually interviewed the sheriff or whoever's in charge of the prison, the deputy or warden, or I don't know what the term is, but they were talking to the warden, but they were talking to him, and it actually turned out that he was like, yeah, that was fucked up, so we're actually going to start allowing in-person visits again. And it was just like, and then they just started reporting on that, and it just kind of, didn't really become a puff piece, but it became like a more positive thing. Like but it's just like, it's good that they changed, they made a change.
It took getting called out by a major news source to turn it around.
For them to be like, oh shit, actually we're changing it, and that was bad.
Yeah, like I get it that these people aren't good people, but they're also still people.
Yeah.
And they still have family.
Yep.
And some of these family members don't want them put away in jail.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And like with Rakila, her story is one of those where it's like there was a domestic violence situation where her husband or boyfriend or something was being physical towards her, and she acted in like self-defense, and because of that she got put in prison for that.
Yeah.
Or something along the lines of that, where it's like she really shouldn't.
It was
be
like
in jail.
circumstance.
Yeah, she shouldn't even be in jail in the first place.
Right.
And now they're taking advantage of her and taking advantage of her family, who already can't afford it, because that's also what I was talking about. Her family is very low income. They have to decide, it's almost like a decision of like, well, we have to feed the kids, but we also want to, see our daughter and these
Their
kids'
mom,
parents, or these kids' parent. And it's just like, it's so sad because like, I mean, a lot of in-prison people do come from low income.
Yeah, it's like a circle.
backgrounds. Yeah,
it
exactly.
just turns into a loop.
And they're just profiting off of them the whole way.
Oh yeah.
So it's just so fucked and sad, but like you said, it's like, sure, good that change happened, but it took
this
them coming out to make something happen, which is fucked and sad. And so good on NBC for reporting on this, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I feel like we said, this seems like something that wouldn't make mass appeal, make a big deal, but for Lester Holt to actually go out there and do this, is a
in
big
Michigan,
deal. So good on NBC for doing that. But yeah, it's a fuck story. Definitely go watch that when you have the time. But moving on to something, I guess, a little bit more positive. This actually comes from Complex, not one of my favorite websites, because they nonstop fucking talk about Kanye. They're the only site I see reporting on Kanye all the time still. And I'm like, what are you guys fucking doing? What are you doing? Why are we still talking about Kanye? Because it gets likes.
Does he have a deal? Does he have a deal with them or something?
I don't know.
Other than like likes for Complex? Like,
I don't
it's
know.
actually ridiculous.
I just think they're the only ones doing it, and so they have all these fucking holdovers who are still like huge Kanye fans, which is still a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
Like, people don't care. They forgot all about it. They didn't care in the first place. And it's led me to try to make a decision of whether I'm going to unfollow Complex or not.
Right.
Which is obviously not an important or big deal of a thing.
No.
Because I do like the reporting on some things like this, but when they keep talking about Kanye, I'm like, what are you fucking doing?
Right.
And they're like glazing him up. It's not like
they're trying to bring him back to like good light.
Exactly. They're not like, self-proclaimed Nazi Kanye West and his half-naked girlfriend that he walks around with on a leash are out at a fashion show again. Even though she apparently wants to dress like that. I don't really believe it.
I won't believe that, but
I'm sorry, I don't. You can dress however you want, of course, but Kanye
famously not the
famously
not the biggest feminist.
Not the best big boyfriend ever. Or feminist. This comes from Complex, and the title is "Poop Protest Threatens to Taint Lead Up to Paris Olympics." So
the Seine River is the setting for the defecation demonstration, Which you come ahead
We
of
did
the
one of those in
2020.
high school.
Yeah, I think we did. That was a senior prank, right?
Yeah, the senior prank, defecation demonstration.
Yep.
We all pooped off.
We all pooped on the turf.
We all pooped off the. This won't make any sense to anybody unless
No.
they went to our high school. But we pooped off the top of the commons into the cafeteria.
And we served it up to the freshmen.
Yeah, and we're like, eat it up,
Eat it up, eat them up, eat them up. Eat it up.
Yeah, so the Seine River is supposedly going to be used for, and I've heard this. This has been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
Like I heard about this back in high school when we were doing our defecation demonstration.
Right.
They were like, "You guys can't do this because of the Olympics." No, but we talked about it. I had a current events class that I was in where it got brought up, where they were like,
those swimming events will be held in the Seine River.
yeah, they're like the swimming events, some of the water events are going to be held in that river that is highly polluted.
That has not been able to be swam since the 20s.
Since the 20s. And just recently tested for high levels of E. coli. And they've spent $1.5 billion to clean it up. Folks, the Olympics are fucked. I hate the Olympics. I've found out terrible things about the Olympics.
They should just
They're
make
using
it one
money
city.
Exactly. They're or just stop. Nobody gives a fuck about the Olympics unless they're my parents' age because they're fucking watching it. And I want to go up and be like, stop watching the Olympics.
It's right there with FIFA. FIFA's bad too.
Yeah, FIFA's terrible at it too. Because they'll do it in a place like Brazil where like maybe Rio de Janeiro is nice. The rest of Brazil is really bad.
Yeah.
But they're
they
like,
also
hey, wait,
put up
if you come here,
walls on the highway so they wouldn't see the
you don't see the
slums.
trash. And I'm sure there's not great places in France either.
Oh yeah.
I'd have to imagine, just like anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure, we have $1.5 billion to clean up the shit river no one has had any interest in swimming in since the 20s.
Yeah. Actually, it
what
was
the
like
fuck?
completely banned to swim. Like you were not allowed to.
Yeah, because it's
That bad.
get sick and die. So they're like, yeah, we'll clean it up. Why not?
Instead of giving it to any social programs or anything that could help.
Nothing.
No.
Well, we have $1.5 billion just
This
lying
was
around
also
because
the same
Olympics.
population as the ones who held massive protests for Macron for trying to raise the retirement age from 63 to 65 in France.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know about that.
That was, or like 67 or 65 to 67. It was like a 2-year jump, and they're like they burned police cars over it. Like they got into huge protests.
Paris gets crazy with the
those French. They know how to protest.
Like they're like,
I mean, the right way.
yeah, exactly. Because like they'll get, you think of us and be like, I mean, we live super close to Ferguson. We think about those riots, like that's just a normal week in France.
Yeah,
It's just like they're like, oh, that's pussy shit.
Yeah, that's been the thing in France. So
we'll burn it down over a fucking retirement age.
No, it is. I'm
not
serious.
over someone dying.
No, yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, so they were staging a protest where the mayor of Paris and Emmanuel Macron were supposed to swim in the Seine River this past weekend.
Yeah.
And they delayed it.
Uh-huh.
They delayed it. They had something come up.
Which was a poop protest. So this group I'll just kind of I'll reiterate, but just to get to what the point of what I was going to say. This past Sunday, June 23rd, was originally set to see Paris Mayor Anne Hidalgo actually hitting the water herself as a public show of confidence. Simultaneously, a Do Your Business in the Seine protest was scheduled to interrupt the stunt, complete with a website on which visitors could calculate when exactly they would need to engage in their respective act to ensure your gift arrives on June 23rd.
Yeah, there were people, they were like having people all the way up the Seine poop in it.
Yeah, just to get it going in time. So I went to the website and it's all in French, but the title reads, I shit in the Seine on June 23rd, reads the aforementioned site associated with this movement of movements. Elsewhere on the site, which had not announced a new protest plans at the time of this article's publication, the underlying aim of the demonstration was to summarize as follows: because after putting us in shit, it's up to them to bathe in our shit. So, dude, they go all out. Like, do you think, dude, this would never happen in America? We're such pussies. No one would ever be like, everybody go shit in the fucking river. No one would ever think about that. Yeah. So their page is really funny. They're just posting memes about it. So we'll see.
J'agis dans la Seine.
Bless you.
Le tonte de da.
So we'll see if, hopefully they get their day and they're able to do it again. I just really hope they're able to swim in that river. God, I hope they do, and then the next week
They're gonna
I
have
won't say
like
it, but you know what I
they're
wanna
gonna
say.
have like the people who do swim. If they end up, they have to put this off. They are putting it. They already started putting up like
coming
stuff in the like stands against the river to like show that they're gonna actually do it.
Yeah.
These people are gonna have to get like acid baths like to get rid of some of this shit.
Yeah, I mean that it's coming up. When does it say? It said it when it starts. It starts July 30th. But the ceremony start for the 26th, and the stuff's gonna start on the 30th of July. So they have a month, a little bit over a month. And the E. coli levels recently were tested very high.
Well, yeah.
And it's like, what?
You're just gonna
What
give
can you
these
do
swimmers
to
a horrible case of
clean-
diarrhea.
Right. What can you do to clean a river?
Not have dumped
Even
everything
with-
in it for the
right.
last like 500 years.
Exactly. even with $1.5 billion. At that point, just pour the money in there.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
what are you
that-
doing?
yeah,
You
that's what that
pouring
is. Yeah.
chlorine bags? What are you doing?
Just put some UV lights over it.
Yeah. Oh, it looks fine to me.
Yeah. See, look at it. We did our job. What are we supposed to do?
Pizza and macarons.
What we are trying to make it so good.
How you say yummy?
The river will be so good.
So good you can even drink it. Watch me drink it now, okay? Oh, my tummy hurts now. I need to go lie down after I eat a whole pizza and 3 baguettes. We love
love
we
the
kid the
French.
French. I mean, the French are doing great things. They're fucking shitting in the river as protests. I'm not gonna make fun of them. I'm just making fun of the crazies.
What's crazy is that we shit in the river here, but it's not for a
Yeah,
protest.
and it's normal.
It's
we
normal
like
here.
it.
It's
We like
normal here.
doing it.
We don't have to protest anything just to shit in the river.
Do you think they'll let me do that in LA? Go to the LA River? Ah,
Yeah,
beautiful. Taking the breathtaking concrete.
Concrete.
They'll let me take a shit there. They don't care. They don't give a fuck.
You could write your name and shit on the LA River and no one would know.
And I will very soon.
Oh, I'm excited to see that happen.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's amazing.
Where'd you get that?
Gavin, while I set up this Nextdoor Drama, do you want to hit the camera one more time? Would you be able to do that for me? Spit on that thing. Okay, folks, moving on. I think that was everything. We talked about shit. We talked about jail. We talked about Facebook. Did it shut off?
It did.
Check the battery. See if is there a battery thing bumping? You see like a red thing flashing. It's full. Okay, we're good then. It probably just shut off because it ran out of minutes. It's a track phone, so. Nextdoor Drama. In case you guys don't know what it is, Nextdoor is a blog posting website for your neighborhood up to a certain mile radius of where you live. Gavin and I live in the outside of St. Louis, Missouri area, we'll say, in a little town called St. Charles. That's where we were born and raised, and that's where we get all these stories from. Is right around here, within like 10 miles of us usually, and it gets crazy. And this week it gets real nutty because we have a legit crime story on our hands that dates back many, many years. This story is titled, "He Tried to Kill Me Once." So we go to Nextdoor, we go to the website, we pick out a blog entry, and we script it out along with the comments and do it as a dramatic reenactment. And 90% of these are fed to me by email. The other 4% are from Gavin's dad, Phil, shout out one time. And the other 1% is when I don't have one fed to my email box and I have to go search for one. This one was fed straight to my email box. And it actually, we're going to be doing, it's a longer one, and it's because I pulled from 2 different posts from like within a day of each other that are about the same thing and actually include some of the same people. So just to let you guys know, and we'll kind of dive into the story a little bit more after we do this read. But without saying much else, I'm going to hit the Nextdoor Drama intro song, and we're going to get started with this heroic tale. Get off of me. Get the fuck off. Oh shit, he's got that stanky leg going. You know what that means. This week on Nextdoor Drama.
Drosty, South Duchenne area. Long story. Has anyone else near the Drosty, South Duchenne area seen this man before or had interactions with him? My husband and I had a very alarming interaction with a strange man last week. I see this man walking around, typically wearing a gray shirt and white pants. This man approached me in my garage and asked me if my husband was home, and I went to get him. He then attempted to get my husband to drive him to McNair, walking distance, quote, to get his cell phone that was charging at the park. He pointed to the house diagonal from us and said it was his in-laws' house, but that he still needed a ride. We decided we weren't comfortable offering him a ride to McNair, and then he became combative and aggressive. He then pulled out his cell phone to talk to someone and tell them we were being rude for not taking him to the park, where he said his phone was charging. Has anyone else had an interaction with this person? Person, top gray, bottom white.
Drosty, be aware. About 2 years ago, there was a man named Eric who roamed around the area around Drosty. Some days he was friendly, some days agitated and hostile. He disappeared for a bit. I just wanted to let people know that he is back and as always before, demanding rides or money. Last night at church, he entered a woman's car as she was getting out to come into our building. Thankfully, we coaxed him out, but it was nerve-wracking. Please watch yourselves.
Yep. He came to my house today asking if I needed some landscaping since I had a pile of bushes my son had trimmed. I told him no, and he asked for money. When I told him I didn't have any, he gave me his name as Eric Miller with a phone number. He looked pretty shady and had no car or truck, and I had red flags going up all over. Make me nervous to even have my door open for fresh air anymore.
That is one of his alias names.
Yes, I saw that in the earlier post. He has a lot of them. I remember him coming to my door a couple of years ago, early Sunday morning. Said he was my trash man who lived nearby and needed a ride to church. Said he had just had surgery on his leg and was having trouble walking. Again, red flags. I told him no, then too. ...
That is creepy.
His name is Eric A. Duggar, and he's very dangerous. He tried to kill me once, stalked and harassed that townhouse on Yale Boulevard, and has a long history of violence. You can check his case net, but it will take you a long time because it's extensive. He was recently released from prison for felony assault. Amazon has good prices on pepper gel spray.
Was this lately? We dealt with him before, and then he disappeared. I was hoping forever.
Thank you. I remember how terrified I was. If you see him in person, he is intimidating to say the least. He was using brute strength to kick down my office door, which thankfully held. But if I hadn't, I'm not sure what worse he would have done to me. He took off by the time the cops got there, but they knew who he was immediately.
What a story. Yeah, I forgot to mention who our characters were.
and let you guys know that Gavin was going to be playing a bunch of different characters. As you could tell, he was the narrator at first, giving kind of the backstory, the setup. And then he was playing Mel, the average nosy neighbor. And then finally, Rebecca, the, as I said, Jamie Lee Curtis of the story.
Yeah.
Kind of
Who actually did seemingly, maybe possibly, had this happen to her.
Yeah, something crazy happened to her. And then I was playing Tamara, who's, I would say, the neighborhood watch, the kind of overseer, the prospector, the one who knows all about the neighborhood.
Sure, I know the area well.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Sure, I know the area.
You better watch out around those areas. It's crazy, dude, because so obviously this is, without geolocating ourselves too much, very close to where I live, very close to where we grew up, somewhat. I won't say how close, but never seen this person before. But it's like, it's one of those people like our good pal 360 man.
Yeah.
Who I'm going to be on the lookout for, just to be like, oh, there, I'm not going to, what am I going to do?
Does he just,
freak
it
out?
seems like his uniform is gray shirt, white pants. So.
Yeah. And he has, and the reason
And a
why
long jacket.
oh yeah, of course. Thank you for doing that.
It was cake.
And the reason why I wouldn't usually read out somebody's full name, but there isn't really any evidence of what his actual real name is.
No.
Because I'm not going to show this on screen. Speaking of which, I probably should stop that. But one of these posts links to his CaseNet, which is like where you can find out all the information about. So you can look this guy up if you want. I'm not going to link anything, obviously, because that's insane. But one of these links his CaseNet or shows it, and dude, this guy has like many aliases. Like it goes deep. Maybe this is it. No, that's not it. That just leads me to a page. I don't know. It'd probably take me too long to really find it because I don't even remember which page it was on. But yeah, so maybe there's more.
He's got a lot of different names.
He's a man of many names, quite literally. So yeah, he just gives people random names for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But yeah, sorry. I just wanted to see if I can find it, but I'll probably just move on because I'm not seeing it. It was like a picture and it had all of his names. I don't know. I'm not seeing it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so he has like, look how many aliases he has. It's a paragraph of aliases. These are all aliases. And they're all pretty close to being the same name. This seems to be his actual name. But like he changes the spelling and changes things about it. You ever seen this man?
No.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't either. I don't even know if I would.
Public nuisance.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't know. What he's doing sounds fucked up, but just ignore him. And it sounds like everything will be fine.
Yeah, it seems like it just was be like, no, man.
Yeah, it just sounds like in certain circumstances it did escalate.
And everybody's just also a little scared, so maybe he just needs help.
And that's the thing we talked about too whenever I brought this up to Gavin. It's like,
and maybe I'm naive.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like half of it. It's like half of these things. Exactly. Half of these things feel like, okay, maybe they're actually telling the truth. The other half's like,
and
okay, you're maybe stretching
embellishing a little bit.
You're embellishing a little bit, like because like he asked for a ride and you said no, and he went, oh, all right. You're like, oh my gosh, he got so hostile there, because that's what I'm imagining. Like, because like, how hostile could he get? I guess enough for you to make the call to cops, but like, I can't imagine someone hearing that you're not going to give them a ride and then them freaking out.
No, yeah.
Like there was a situation pretty similar to one of these where I was in the city of St. Louis, and there was a guy who was like talking to us about something, and he either needed a ride or needed something, and then he told us this whole elaborate story, which I thought he was just like, we were just like talking, and I was like, whatever, we were in no rush, and then it goes on to, I need money or I need a ride or I need something like that, and I was just like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't, and like he was just like, oh, really, like really. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, like we, gotta get going or whatever. And he's like, oh, whatever. And like that was it.
Yeah,
and it was just like I didn't like, I felt
you walked
fine.
away.
I was like, I didn't care. I was just like, oh, that was kind of a waste of time. But yeah, so it's like I don't know. I can't tell what this is, and it's tough. But yeah, apparently we have a town maniac. We'll see. We'll report on if we have any interactions.
We will.
So,
That's the wild story of the week, Gavin. Let's move on to our final segment, What You Listening To, where we recommend a song, album, or artist to each other, to the audience of what we've been listening to in the past week. I want you to go first because you had something you were really excited about.
Yeah, I almost blew it. I almost blew it at the front of the stage. Up there, all over the camera. Yeah, so this is something I saw on TikTok. Not the song, not the songs. It was actually Joey Valence himself.
Oh, was it really?
It was. I'm listening to No Hands by Joey Valence and Bray.
Okay.
They sound very, very, very similar to the Beastie Boys, but they've got like modern references in it. It's got Danny Phantom, Ben 10, Roblox, Omnitrix.
Somewhat modern.
Yeah, like it's got like stuff that like you and I grew up with.
Yeah.
You know, so like modern. You know, like in that sense. Shoes, animes. They mentioned like Full Metal Alchemist and Attack on Titan, and they have like a lot of really funny sound bites and stuff like that. And that.
Yeah, it sounds like what Beastie Boys would be referencing if they were still making music now.
Exactly. So there's a couple parts in this album, and I've listened to it I think 3 times through already in like 2 days. It's a really good album. I've listened to it on my way in, on my way back from work both days, and it's a really fun listen. It's got, of course, Danny Brown on it, and anything that Danny Brown touches, I think it turns to gold.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
I didn't realize
when he was not, when I didn't really like. I thought he was funny, but I was like, do I like this guy?
Yeah.
I was still like, everything he was on, I was like, this is still really good.
Yeah.
And now I really like Danny.
Yeah,
Brown.
he's really cool. So, so the reason why I brought this up is because, I've been itching for something else ever since Brockhampton left. To be quite honest with you, I kind of itching for like a white boy rap kind of thing going on. Like, and I'm not a big Mac Miller fan either. Yeah. Or Eminem because Gen Z's trying to cancel Eminem. I don't know if you heard this.
Oh yeah, I heard. And you don't mean, and just to clarify, you don't mean white boy rap because you don't want to listen to rap.
No,
by
I'm
black
saying,
people. It's just like there is just a certain kind of sound that a white boy rap group does.
Yeah, and like it sounds like Beastie Boys. It sounds like, whiny white guys.
And not saying anybody else can't do that, but I just want to clarify.
Yeah, that is what I meant by that. Yeah, and also like, so it's just, it's really, I can't tell if this is ironic. I can't tell if it's unironic because there's a couple parts in this album where they're laughing at it. Okay. They're laughing. They're at the end of one of the songs, they're just laughing at just like how ridiculous.
But it's not cringy.
No, I think it will be in a few years.
Okay, it could be.
It could be overplayed to hell and back, and I'll probably look back at this album and kind of wish I never did it. But I also feel like it also appeals to, the Zen gambling, drinking frat boys pretty well too. So especially the white ones.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you what it's gonna be like in a few years, but I've enjoyed it for the last few days. And but yeah, on TikTok I saw Joey Valence reviewing Anthony Fantano's review of his album, and Anthony Fantano was like, praising this album. Yeah. And because Anthony Fantano, right? And just jacking off every artist he can, right? So Joey Valence is making this TikTok where Anthony Fantano is like, he's like, yeah, the mixing's great, everything, like they got references, everything like that. And he's just like, he paused and he's like, nope, shit, that was literally terrible.
That's funny.
He like, this is literally worst production I've ever heard. And just like going through it and it like repauses
reviewing the video.
Yeah.
So is this Joey Valence and Bray people that I should know?
No, I don't know.
You don't know anything about?
Don't know anything about.
They just made a good album.
They made a really good album, and it's got like the album cover is very 90s like.
Okay, so it's really gimmicky.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell because the lyrics aren't entirely ironic. Like,
yeah,
I feel like
it's probably like, I think with a lot of this kind of like jokey stuff, it's like halfway erotic. Because like it's the same way with the Beastie Boy. Erotic. It's very autoerotic.
It's a little erotic.
Because I think the Beastie Boys were the same way. Like I think that a lot of their stuff is just like jokey, funny stuff, and like, I think Beastie Boys is like halfway jokey, halfway serious.
Yeah, but they have Call of Duty on here. They have Pack-a-Punch is one of their names and one of their songs. So
nice.
Whenever I opened it up and I saw it, I'm like, all right, it's probably gonna be good. So
I'm excited to check it out. You've sold me on it.
Yeah, it's
until I start hearing like frat boy. Things,
and that's the thing is that the other thing that they mention, this is not for lack of originality, but they do mention the Omnitrix from Ben 10 on multiple songs. fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
But
But it's like, you could just say it's not a watch.
yeah.
Or it is a watch. Like, it's okay.
It's a bit much.
Yeah, like they've said it. And it may have been on the same song. I don't know. But it's definitely come up in there's a whole song dedicated to the Omnitrix. So
Okay.
don't jump into it. Don't jump into it expecting like a whole lot. But
Yeah.
it is very good. And the first like 4 or 5 tracks are really good.
Okay.
Really enjoy it.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. If you can believe it or not, I'm gonna be recommending a metalcore album, new metalcore album this time, not an old one. By
Happy
one of
for
my
you.
thank you, brother. By one of my kind of newer favorite bands. I think I've recommended them on here before. I could be wrong. It's the band Foreign Hands, and their new album, actually their debut album. This is their first album. Nope. Oh, okay. Is this a? Yeah, okay. This is their first album. They had an okay. I recommend their EP Bleed the Dream, 2 years ago. So this is their first album, called What's Left Unsaid. I don't know if I already said that or not, but I'm forgetting to say things a lot. I re-listened back and I realized that sometimes I don't even say the album name. So pretty cool.
That's why I'm glad we started writing it down.
Yeah, and we always post on our Instagram, so you can always go check those out to see what we're recommending in case I don't read it.
Yeah.
What are you gonna?
I have to write it down.
Yes, I'll write it. I'll make sure I'll write it down.
I also have another band to show you, but I was
Okay.
considering recommending that next week. So.
But this album is great. I love it. They've released quite a few singles over the past few months. And again, I'll say this to any new band, to any old band who's been around for a while. I really think it is a bad idea for the replay of an album to continue to release like half of the album as singles months before the album comes out. Because like there's the few new songs I haven't heard, I re-listen to over and over again a lot. But as far as the full album replay value, I'm getting like nothing out of it.
And maybe you'll walk away a few months from now and you'll walk back and you'll be, wow, this is
exactly.
really good.
But like, I just think
as it stands right now.
Yeah,
as the release came out.
I just think it's a bad idea. I don't see this playing well for them. I don't see this playing well for bands in general in the future, and I hope they stop doing it as much. Because, like, listen, I love getting new music from artists. I love it. Like, I eat it up when it comes out. It's, again, like we've talked about it with, like, you know, the NBA. It's like, you really want it, and then when it goes away, you're like, why isn't there any singles being released? But it's like, I just think it's smarter. I would rather just have the whole album. I'd rather have, like, a single or two a few weeks before, and then the album. I just think releasing this much before is just kind of kills it for me, because like I was excited for it, but like I'm like I've already heard half of it,
Right.
and they're all great songs, but it's like I've already played them to death.
Yeah.
So anyways, just a little rant.
It's all your fault.
Sorry to do it on Foreign Hands. I think I've brought it up before, but Foreign Hands doesn't need to catch the slack, the you know, the shit from it, because they're great. Newer band. First time I heard them, I saw them live open for
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
a band, and they were like one of my favorite bands of the night.
Yeah.
Because they were just so great. Their lead singer is a guitar player in Wrist Meets Razor, which is a band I really like. So just a cool band and sound great live as well. Two of my favorite song off here, just to throw that out, is Shapeless in the Dark. I love it. It's so good. Magnetic Roses is also really cool. It's just a fun, good, like solid, fully rounded metalcore album. So that's what I'm listening to.
Well, let's get out of here.
Please. I gotta pee again. Please help me.
Well, everybody, thanks for listening to Takes All Kinds Podcast, episode 173.
Yeah, bye.
Keep watching, keep listening, keep reviewing. I'm tired as hell. Carson.
I gotta pee.